Dictionary, and let me get this thing out of the way. Okay. All right, Urban Dictionary. This. Okay. 5 minutes into it. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay. Just as a highlight, for those of you who are freaking out, looking at the revenue, wondering if the revenue is decreasing every day, I assure you it's not. And the reason it looks like it's decreasing is because there's actually a slider button over here now on this side. You see this?
Yeah.
So normally, remember that conversation we were having about the beginning revenue and the end revenue of a month? This is how we figure out. We can actually look at what the revenue looked like at any particular date of the year now. So this is what the revenue looked like on August 2nd, and this is what the revenue looks like now on August 9th. So we're about 350 right now, okay? So I think we can cruise into whatever the goal, but let's still keep vigilant. All right, let's go into the Squad 1 OKRs.
All right.
So, let's talk about this. Higher inquiry to booking conversion rate. Over to Alvin and me. Alvin, any updates on this?
One of the activities is unlisting a transformer thing.
Okay.
Basically, we are the unlist last lagi.
Okay.
For ayunan, I believe done. Both of it.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So basically that's one, and the other one we're gonna do the checking all the multiple listing. That's actually my work with Diva. Yes. And Diva already have the list for that. So that's the process of it to reduce the unconverted inquiries.
All right. Cool. All right. So this is almost like a campaign, right? Within the campaign, there are little projects that happen within.
Yeah.
Reservation rehab seems to be working. We are seeing far less content. I see far fewer cards now on the content side. Pops up for new errors. So either content isn't creating them or there's none to be found. So that part seems to be working. Also on the employee feedback, there is some good feedback about reservation rehab. So anyway, we'll keep on doing that and progress. Ultimately, we're looking for the stats on the KPIs to change. We need 25% inquiry conversion, 50% request conversion. All right, let's talk about the La Jolla integration. Okay, fantastic. So Celine has agreed to the rooms that we asked for. There's a proviso. Proviso is she's asking, should they be able to book in those rooms too? Right? And this is something I want to discuss with the squad. Okay, actually she's not even asking, she's just assuming, provided that we can book too. So, open for discussion on that one. Yes.
So I think we've met in this situation before. It is the current situation or the current issue at hand as well. My suggestion is that we put within a window time frame, right? So let's has these rooms for 2 weeks in or whatever whatever the period might be.
Okay.
We don't fill it within 2 weeks in. Then it's like open inventory, right? Everybody has to all the books.
Okay, so exclusive until a 2-week runway.
Something like that. I'm thinking. I don't know what that duration will look like.
I think that's fine. I think that's actually very reasonable. Actually, we can take a look at the stats and see what the median runway is, and that would be a good way to determine that. Okay, I can do that right away and see what that is. So I have a bias to action, so I'll take a look at it now. In the meantime, I'll go back up to the card. Is there any further discussion about limitations on La Jolla's use of our allocation in the room inventory? No. Okay, so there is essentially a motion to set a cutoff point, right? At which if we do not sell the rooms before that cutoff point, then it becomes a free-for-all grab to anybody. Okay, and then the determining factor is what should that cutoff point be? And here is your answer, hopefully. So we're going to take a look at the booking window for Bubu. I hope this is it. Oh shit, La Jolla Bubu. Okay, sorry. Got Bubu Kamala in there too. La Jolla Bu. Oh wait, shit. La Jolla. How about that? La Jolla 1, La Jolla Bubu. You know what, guys? This actually looks pretty good. If I were to guess, I can't see what the median is, but it looks pretty high. Most of our bookings come in 30 days, 187 days, up to 162 days in advance. The most last-minute bookings that we get are 8 days, 5 days, and 18 days, but most of them are above 30 days. Does that make sense? Actually, of the past, let's take a look. I'll give you guys a more definite roundabout number. Of the 54 bookings that we have so far, about 51 of them are about 30 days in advance. So if we say 30 days in advance, then we still have 51 out of 54. We have a 94% chance of selling a room with a 30-day cutoff. Does that make sense? You get that?
Okay. Highly confident then.
Yeah. So if we say a 2-week cutoff, then we have a 95% chance, a better than 95% chance, 94 chance of selling these rooms, because most of the things are sold beyond 30 days of expiration. Yeah. So this is where data we can use it to hedge our risk, right? So if all the bookings we got were within 2 weeks, then we should say no, that would be competing with us. But because most of our bookings are happening so far in advance, that if we give La Jolla, let's say, access to our allocation 2 weeks before expiration, then effectively we can't really sell that anyways. So yes, go ahead. 2 weeks meaning that we have exclusive on the allocation until 2 weeks before. So within the next 2 weeks, let's say from today, August 9th to August 23rd, then La Jolla can also sell those rooms. But beyond August 23rd, that's our exclusive right to sell those rooms.
Clear.
Right? Okay, I'll go ahead with that motion. Is there a second on that motion then? Okay, it's been seconded by Alvin. Is there any more discussion on that? Okay, yes, Nung Lee.
I just don't know whether operationally, I know we're using toolkit, but I just want to think about it. Operationally, will the HKR team have any issue with this?
As long as Toolkit works, it should be okay. Yeah, as long as they block the target, it's good.
Yeah.
Jolly good. So let's have that conversation about toolkit then. All right. So, so they are on toolkit now. The new allocated rooms will also be on toolkit.
Yes.
Do we know that they're using toolkit correctly, or like they're
No.
we still can't tell, right? Because we're also still feeding them information about
Pricing.
like guest check-in. Do you think that maybe what we should do operationally is also maybe pivot or just stop sending them information on WhatsApp? Yeah. Alvin, what do you think?
Me, La Jolla, I never give a report from La Jolla, basically.
Oh, okay. All right. So yes, please.
Operationally wise, this is not in their sector, and that's the way we want it, right? So this is almost like a part of the hotel that they don't really even look at, right? So this is essentially our hotel, and essentially if they want rooms or they need sales, then they go in and they just block it off manually. I think this is good because two things. One, it's not synced to any of their channels, all right? So it is not synced to any of their channels, and effectively, we're not competing with their Booking.com, we're not competing with their Airbnb. They are effectively only filling it in with probably direct guests who come onto the website or whatever, walk-ins, right? And essentially, if it's that case, then there is no operational conflict because it's not a fast swap, right? It's essentially a slow type. Ideally, I want them to see it that way. Ideally, I want Erica just to forget that this is part of their hotel.
Yeah, like they ever own these.
Exactly. And then my underlying hypothesis is still Celine just wants to move off her current channel manager because she's willing to move the entire thing over, right?
Yeah,
if she has access to the entire Arto key, she wants to move it all out. So it probably means they don't like the current channel manager that they're on, if they're willing to make that swap. But what this evolution could mean is that the end game for them is that they just want to connect everything into Toki too. But the benefit is that can never really work with Booking.com. So then the end game of that is even if they win, they lose Booking.com, right? And that's still a win for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like where this is going. Strategically, this is actually pretty good. So whenever a move happens, we still win. And operationally, if we don't get overbookings, then we should be okay, yes?
Yeah.
But we do get overbookings. And let me ask Alvin how that happens.
Oh yeah, I think you already know. We got kind of overbooking because they forget this because the lots of person still using Google Sheet before, and they forgot to check it. They say that they only see the slack log now, and they still they kind of still told us that this is our fault, not remind them.
Do we need to have another conversation with Erica?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Basically, it's their fault, and one of it is half and half. We also fault in the pricing.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're all fucked up on pricing. That's the Nungli's suggestion to do the price audit. I think it's a good idea. It might be too late, no. Because,
We can do anything.
yeah, all the bookings that we've made are already whatever they are, and so, oh, God, yeah. Anyhow, maybe for the future.
Still wait. You mean after Rizky and Rudy cleared up the transactions, there are more?
There are still more.
Okay. All
Look
right.
how happy I am about that.
We do an audit.
Ah.
I really do.
The last one is 6 million.
At La Cabana or La Jolla?
La Jolla review, the one that's offer booking. That's basically 6 million.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In the greater scale of things, it doesn't matter because if you can get La Jolla for 5 years, then. But still, this is really that's pretty upsetting.
Still, but if they can really move to Slack and also talk it, and they just focus there, they don't really use Google Sheet anymore,
Then we win.
Okay, but I think overall, I think there still needs to be some sort of action taken on our end, right? Before, like, we don't really want to rock the boat at this point in time, right? I think we're all feeling quite fine.
Take it slow.
We're gonna take it slow. All right, I need a point of action. What is it that we want to do so that we reduce the frictions at the operational level at La Jolla BB?
Okay, I think for one, I think for pricing audit, I think definitely we should do it. I'm happy to volunteer or work with somebody to just split the job so that it gets done faster.
I don't think you should do it.
Okay.
I don't think you should do it. I need another volunteer. Okay, if we have no volunteers and we can't get this done, then we have to prioritize it. How urgent is this to get done?
How much revenue?
We lose on this quite a lot. But I'm also thinking about what, in terms of priority. Okay, let's say it's on the board right now, right? So it's on the board of something we need to do, but we all got other things right now. Could we start a new card on it? So a pricing audit for La Jolla View. I'll put it on the board as a new project, or if the secretary can do that, let's put it on the board of a pricing audit. Pricing audit is not hard. It's not trivial either. I think I'm blocking about 2 hours to get this done, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, 2 hours. I hate to volunteer for things I oversubscribe, so I'm afraid to volunteer for anything now.
All right, so
So,
okay.
okay. Wait, I need to do a trade. Who can do something that I do, and then I can. Vita will help me recruit. Okay, done. Vita will help me recruit, and then I can do this.
Yeah.
Vita, can I? Well, she's doing this anyway. Sorry. Okay, so I have done a trade. Okay, so I can't take it. I've traded my recruiting duties to Vita, and then I'll project champion this for a price audit. Right? Chris said he would come back and talk to Alvin. I shamed Chris yesterday. I said, "Hey, Chris, what's going on?" He said he'll talk to Alvin, and of course the result is.
Oh, actually, yeah, he already made some of it. He already audited some of it. You can try to message him to share the Google Sheet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's partial work that has been done by Chris.
Yes.
I'll work
It's
with
well
Chris to get the rest done. All right. And I hope to get it done before Monday on the next sync, or before Tuesday on the next sync up. Yeah. And ultimately, since I'm the client that's paying this, I suppose my own urgency will demonstrate my commitment to this goal. Okay. Are there any more discussion about La Jolla View? Nope. All right. Let's continue then. Alchemist. I heard some heroic stories from Alchemist. Is this? I talked to Rafik and Rafik told me last night. Okay, well let's go around. Is there any update on the Alchemist?
Nope, not really.
Rafik told me he got Beggy to agree to give all the Alchemists to us.
What?
Yeah. I was like, are you sure? But we were drinking, and I wasn't sure if I heard that right.
I didn't hear that either. Can you please repeat? Sorry.
Rafik said Beggy agreed after he talked to Beggy, and Beggy agreed to give the entire Alchemist to us. I need to confirm that again with Rafik, right?
Yes.
But it sounded like what? Did that really happen? Okay, so apparently we have some more control on the Alchemist, and I'll follow up with Rafik for the details on that. Yeah. Okay. Rafik's off today, and I'll text him and just ask him if he's got. I'll text him right now. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Here. Well, maybe I can delegate this to somebody. Vita, can you look up Rafik on my phone? And can you text us saying, hey, did we really get the entire Alchemist on our... Are we really managing the entire Alchemist? Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm making Vita be the second secretary now. Okay, well, we'll move on. Okay, move on first. Okay, move on. All right, but please don't forget. I'll just sort of put that container over here. And move on. Okay, next one is removing and performing cleaning of all non-performing listings, and I believe the update is from Diva.
Yeah, so last week I promised to deliver the list for squad one property that have a multiple listing on unit. So I created a paper for that. So it's pretty a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
God. And mostly it's from the old properties, but the newest one is an ex-residence. If I'm not mistaken, we did that because of the wrong pricing and stuff.
I'm not sure. There's instant book and the custom
Yeah,
book, right?
yeah,
On
yeah,
the same
and
profile too.
Yeah, I'm on the same profile. I'm wearing a profile, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Maskis created the other one.
The RTB?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it.
Yeah. So, and
I'm gonna contact you.
Shifa is also have a double, but only Shifa is whole. And I realized there's a
GWN.
and are we still working with the Shifa Serenity?
It's not in our allocation. We have Shiva Soho, Shiva Valley, yeah.
That's a long term.
Okay.
Yeah. Until it's finished, then we can try to report again.
Yes.
Okay. The only doubles is on Shifa Soho though.
Actually, just leave it running, because as soon as that gets a booking, then we're back in.
With Birdie, yeah. Which one?
Shiva Serenity.
It's because of Birdie.
It's unlisted.
It's unlisted. Sorry, that's it. Okay. You can list it if it's already finished.
Okay.
It's long term.
Alright.
Okay.
That's the update.
Okay.
Next action probably I will screen the listing doubles and do an assessment to get them to review and
The request and
the
price.
request and inquiries.
Yes.
Diva, may I suggest also we kind of take a look also on the revenue impact of this, right? So just essentially before and after. If this does have drastic revenue impact, I think we need to go slow. Because if there are, let's say, like we unlisted a bunch of stuff in Jogja, and now Jogja is almost dead. It's down from like about 6 to 2 bookings a day. Now, of course, that's kind of what we wanted. But this is a primary region in a primary area. So I'm not saying don't do it, but just kind of like check out maybe what the weekly sales are, or just what the booking pace is, and just record it before and after. Yeah? For
before we unlist it, we're gonna screenshot the weekly sales of the
yes,
property.
that's all I need to say.
After 1 week.
Or just tell me the date that it was done, and then I can look later. Yeah, screenshot is best. Screenshot what the booking pace is before for each of the things that you unlist, and then we'll see overall if it has impact on everything else. If there's too much impact, then we need to go a little bit slower, or something else. Okay. All right. And cool. Yeah, that way we have bounded action as opposed to unbounded action. Great. Thank you very much. Okay, this will try not to sub-optimize here. Let's fix one problem, start another problem. Okay, so great. And a pricing audit for La Jolla View is championed by Jing. Jing will get back to us before the next meeting on Monday. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and go over to the Squad 1 OKRs and take a look at what's going on. Luna Unga-san. Okay, over to Yuan. Yuan, what's going on here?
Actually, I set the deadline to start maybe to unleash the Airbnb. I need a suggestion also. What if like he doesn't unlist it? I personally I don't want to work with this guy if it keeps happening. I mean, there's no point, right? Because it's not serious in this team.
Okay. I think in this particular, any discussion?
Yeah. I need a suggestion actually.
Okay. I would like to actually ask if this can be sent back up to Wayana for a reevaluation because this went kind of like in a kind of a strange way. It went yes, no, yes again. So I need to have somebody reevaluate this one. Do I have a second on that one? Okay, it's been seconded by Diba. All right, so let's have this. Let's have Wayana contact Pat Toge and figure out what he really wants to do. Because I do need this locked in. It was a certain deal, now it's gotten a little bit uncertain. Okay, over to Raffles and Merlion. Okay, update
Who
on.
will you delegate to Esquire?
Once again, okay. Okay, can. Okay. Rafi got back to us. Oh, sorry. All right. I would like to delegate that to Vita. Yeah, and just ask about Hot Toge's situation. Okay. Rafi got back to us. I just got a call from a Beggy, and she says everything's all good. Then I asked about the. Okay, nothing changed.
It's the same. So all management.
Nothing changed. Yeah. Okay. All right. About the new contract.
But it would be very interesting to understand what was the conversation and what did they talk about.
Okay. She
She has
said.
a lot of the talk, and Becky, if I was her, I would be equally confused.
Okay, got it. And Rafik's volunteered to go there with the new contract and push it for us. Because you know Beggy, today she says yes and tomorrow she says no. That's what Rafik said. Okay, so that's the update from Rafik's side. Let's go over. Yes, please. Yeah, delegate to Vita. Please just ask Wayana what the update on Toge is. Okay, next one, Raffles and Villa Merlion.
So, Pak Segi has a decision, but he wants to tell me in person.
Okay.
I tried to arrange a meeting. I will update on the next meetup because Rafiq will meet him this weekend.
Okay, got it. I talked to Rafik yesterday too. He has an update, and I've just asked Rafik for the update too. Okay, let's
Maha.
wait for. Yes, Maha, have a good check-in. Okay, Maha. Ah, shit. Maha had an update on this too.
Exactly. And that's why I thought Maha was speaking to Pak Wiro. Back to Rafiq again.
Okay, so everybody's jumping on Pat Wiro now. Okay, and then Maha just left the meeting. Great
at the time,
timing.
same time.
Great timing. Okay, we need to come back to this one then. So let's get an update from Maha and Rafik on this one. Mr. Secretary, let's also tag Rafik on it, and let's see what he has to say about this. Over to Alvin. LaJoy reception. This has been done, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, finally.
Yeah. Finally.
Okay, so Yvonne has installed this, and now this is now installed at the LaJoya 1 reception and the LaJoya BB reception.
Yes.
Okay, so now they can see the feed, and they don't need to ask about how many packs is in each group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and remove that. Yeah, we can remove that now. Now, to Nung Lee, performance report on lot 5. We'll send the performance report to Ibu Lily. Ibu Lily is here, I believe. I think I was supposed to meet her for tacos. So that's my new thing. I meet people for tacos. Tacos are very disarming. So, okay, should I give this, okay, update on, we'll send the P, I will? I didn't know that. Okay, so I've been nominated to send the PPR to Ibu Lily, okay? And I've been nominated to add all relevant papers so that, okay, got it.
So I asked Wayana, because she's actually the marketer on this, right? She's
Yeah.
marketer on this. And she nominated you.
She nominated me. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'll get along with you, Ibu Lily. I'll seduce her.
Don't say such things while you're being recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll seduce her.
But yeah, so do you want to send it or do you want me to send it?
I believe that you can send it and I can follow up with her. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll discuss it with
Alright.
her. Yeah. So
Okay.
send it and then I will discuss with her in person and have tacos with her. Hopefully.
Alright.
She's here yesterday, actually. Okay. Moving on. Kura Kura. Yes, these are all red zone properties. We need options for Kura Kura. Thank you very much, Vita. Okay. Okay. All right. Rafik has offered to move forward to speak with Patwiro. We have one confirmed villa for now, and then he's going to confirm the other one later. But this is according to just verbal acceptance, not contracted acceptance. Okay? All right. All right. So on this one, do we have any alternatives for these guests?
Still not checked.
Still no alternatives. Okay. Some of these are happening pretty far into the future, and I'm hoping that some of these are group sizes of 3, or group sizes of whatever. Then we can move them into the new villas that we have with Patwiro. Yes.
I'm also to put a deadline on this. If we pass that deadline, we should cancel.
Yes, I believe so too as well. Diva. All right, I second the motion for Diva's. I second Diva's motion. Is there a proposal for a certain deadline we need to come up with for the cutoff?
End of the month.
End of August. Okay.
End of August. If you want to
For
try
the entire batch or for the first one?
the first one first.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay. All right. Then let's go ahead and put this. Is there a second for Alvin's proposal for August 31st for the first guest? So by August 31st, if we can't find a solution, then we need to cancel this reservation.
Just like Maharaja.
Just like Maharaja. Is there a second on that? There's no second. Okay, Alvin seconds his own motion. Okay, second. Okay, Diva seconds the motion. Is there any discussion about that? No. Okay, I agree. I agree. Instead of focusing on this and letting it just sit there and linger, let's just be decisive. If we can't have a place to put them, then we just have to simply say we're very sorry, but you still have 6 months or 4 months to find a new place. Okay. Yes, let's go ahead and put a deadline on the first one, August 31st. Do we need to have a vote? So I vote all in favor of the motion, August 31st for the first guest. Please vote in favor now. Okay, all against? Okay, all right, none against. August 31st for the first guest on Isabel. Okay, Diva, Airbnb Plus invitation, fantastic. Diva, give us the highlight on that.
Are you moving that?
Oh yeah, just move it. I already moved it to the paper. Yeah.
Okay, so I moved to paper. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and delete that. Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and remove that particular item. Alchemist has multiple listings, and we are, I guess, tracking the booking pace. Let's track the booking pace today to see how we did. Okay, while that loads. Okay, while that loads, I will go and roll over to La Caban. Yeah. Okay, I guess that goes on to the project board too as well. So, in addition to the La Jolla audit, I think we also need to have the La Caban audit too as well to make sure that prices are set correctly on that. And once again, now I'm adding more workload. So, okay, Mrs. Secretary. Oh, I'll just do this myself. And La Caban, because that's the second one. Okay, since this has already been projected, we can go ahead and move it over to old business, Mr. Secretary. And let's take a look at the booking pace for the Alchemist. See if there has been any impact since we've removed the listings. And this is peak of August. So my hypothesis should be that we should still have some good... Nope, okay. Hold your breath! Okay, no booking since August 4th. No booking since August 4th. It could be the available. Okay, yep.
Because it's also a problem with our relationship with Alchemist. So reservation doesn't not confident to take the Alchemist until it's stable.
Right. Okay, got it. So we have a confidence issue of reservations at the Alchemist as well. Okay. All right, Alchemist. Let's just leave it as it is. It is taking up far too much bandwidth to have further configuration. And with Beggy there, I don't think we'll. Yeah, it's very very flippant. Okay, Chantique, Villa Chantique, White House, one listing already made, ready to publish, waiting for the meeting result. Right.
For publish our launch listing.
Right. So what we need is we need to know when Gay and Charles are leaving.
Yes.
All right. The sooner, the better. The sooner the better. Okay, so I don't know. That wasn't discussed actually at the meeting. Let me put the meeting results actually here. Yes, go ahead. Nungli?
Not wait for them, I'll just kick them out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just outside and kick them out.
Right? They already agreed verbally, yes, that they will exit out the out the WhatsApp group chat, so I don't need to wait for them to exit, I'll just kick them out.
Yeah, just remove them. But this isn't related to that. This is related to the White House.
I thought you guys were talking about. Okay, so what happened is that Diva has already done the White House, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I told Diva, let's not launch anything or communicate anything until they exit the group chat. So I was hoping that they would self-exit yesterday, but they didn't. So I'm just going to kick them out so we can just then tell Pak Deva that we are going to launch White House 1. And we're going to launch it, I'm guessing, non-flexible, not on moderate still, right?
Yes. Oh, I would. Over
Yeah.
to Diva for commentary.
Yeah. So, and then,
Cancel this call.
so actually this is a little bit of a sub-discussion of its own. Because there's also, I need to talk to you about pricing because I really, not everything was, I mean, yeah, I know you've updated everything on paper, but I said,
You meaning Diva or you meaning me?
you.
Meaning
But
Jane.
the discussion, I can then update Diva, so I think just between the two of us.
Okay, got it. So,
Yeah.
to Diva?
So, are you going to discuss the pricing first with Jing or like what?
Yeah, let me just discuss. Why not actually, if you are available, maybe you can sit into the meeting.
Sure. Okay. Two
Yeah,
points.
You mean Diva?
Yeah, I
You
think
can say
Diva.
you. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, maybe the three of us can just have a quick sub-discussion after this. Sorry, Jing, yes.
So the 2 points we need is a start date, right, and a price. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, we'll have some discussion. Why don't we just do it right after this meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. And then next one on community, MB host SLA on host. Okay, right. So, oh yeah, to Alvin, did you have something?
No,
Okay,
you, Jing.
Okay, to Nungli, go ahead.
Yeah, you want to update the team about Chantik? Or...
That's up at the top.
okay.
That's in leadership, but I can update it now if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay,
It's fine.
all right. So let's go on community, MB SLA meeting. Any updates on the MB host SLA? It's good, yeah? Or is there any frictions on this?
I'm supposed to join the host meeting and figure out and get this
Oh, so
done.
you still need to join the host meeting, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is on Thursdays at 11 a.m. Bali time.
It's basically,
It was basically yesterday, yeah.
Sorry.
Question, Nelly, do you want to do it with Squad 2 or only Squad 1 as long now?
Sorry.
You want to do it only with Squad 1 or you also need Squad 2?
Well, this is actually company SLA, right?
It's a company SLA.
Company. Okay. Next week.
All right, then I motion to have this meeting on the 15th, and it will be the next Thursday from here, August 15th.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
seconded? Yeah. All right, 15th. Sorry, Mr. Secretary, I just put that in. Okay. Now we can put if we can ask the secretary to put that onto old business, then I'll continue on to revenue. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Okay. All right, I'll do that right now. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Okay. I haven't changed the prices. Okay. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. Right. Idaman and Megaland. Putu and Landung came in yesterday, right? And they had a discussion with Alvin, and they agreed that they can work on operational issues with any of our properties. And they can also work to get cleaners to any of our properties. So Putu and Landung are our go-to people for operations now. I'm suggesting that. Let me make a motion. So I motion now, when we have any operational issues, at least for the moment, Putu and Landung are on essentially contractor consultancy trials, right? So if there is any operational issue like an AC or whatever that is going on, we will defer to them for getting things fixed. What we're trying to get is an SLA on this. What is their service response time? What is their quotation time? And what is the turnaround time for each time they need to fix something? So they would need to go diagnose the problem, come up with a quotation. We would then ask the owner for approval on the price fix, and then they can execute. So I need to see through one iteration of this what the turnaround time is, but we can start throwing them jobs. So that's my motion. Do I have a second on that? To discuss this. Okay, it's been seconded. All right, so let's open up this discussion. Does this fix some of our problems here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yes. Nungli, does it fix your problem when you need to recommend a cleaner to new owners? Nungli looks like she didn't hear me. So, Nungli.
I didn't hear.
Okay.
Nelly didn't hear me.
So, you've asked me from time to time whether or not we have any operational people. So my answer is yes, it is Putu and Landung. So if there is, okay, you look pained. Okay, tell me why you look pained.
So we first started off with Putu with Rumah Pertama.
Yes.
I think, wow, that one was very painful, but I believe things are much better now.
Okay.
Yes.
I think so. I think they're much better now. However, I still have this lingering feeling that sometimes she doesn't get back to me very quickly. Not that she get back to Wayana actually, so she needs a fair bit of changing. So maybe to have confidence vote on Putu, but
Okay.
I guess we can test.
Okay. Let's have some hypothesis and assumptions. So the next time we have an Wiedemann case or anything with an AC case, let's see what the results are going to be. So our hypothesis now is that they will have a unstable type of reaction. Let's see what the results are. And if the results show that they are reliable, as let's let Alvin, I nominate Alvin to be the judge of that, to determine whether or not he's going to give them a pass or a no pass, almost like a candidate now. Okay? So if Alvin gives them a pass, then we can continue using them. If they don't, then we need to find another source of operational fluency. Yes? Can we agree on that? Can I get a second on that? Okay. All right. So, okay. Question to Nungli.
Do we really have nobody else other than Putu at this moment?
Well, we have other people, but they're untested as well. Putu is the devil we do know, and we have devils that we don't know, such as the Bali cleaning service guy who went to lot 8, and I don't know what happened with that. Right? That's an open-ended. I've never even seen this person. We can actually go down the list of cleaning service people for cleaning services, and we can go through. Essentially, I can create a project for HR to go down a contractor list for Bali handyman, Bali cleaning services, but we can iterate through until we find a reliable partner. That's another solution. Does that make sense?
Okay, just that we've tested Putu, and I guess
How's the condition of Rumah Pertama now? Is it stable? It's stable, right? Does Justin complain about that anymore?
No guest complaint.
No guests complain? Okay.
okay.
Then it works. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Alvin, next time something comes up, just let us know how Putu responded, and we'll know whether or not this can continue. Is this a project?
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
It has a deadline,
Okay.
but don't really know when the next problem will come up. So.
Okay. I propose we have this as just a micro project, right? It's just a trigger point. So we just put down a hypothesis and we put down a result. So here's what I'd like to do. If I may, I'll just put down find a new cleaner, right? New operations vendor for Bukit Vista. Okay.
Alvin, can I have a sub discussion with you later about Putu? Because I have another prospect who wants operational help.
Sure. Hypothesis
Yeah.
is okay. Putu and Landung are going to be approved by Alvin because they'll do a good job. And then the results we'll see after the next, situation arises, yeah? If it does work out, what I'm hoping to have is to have them on a subscription. So instead of fixing problems like when they happen, why not just have them go around looking for, doing regular maintenance so that ACs don't break because, they go by every 6 months to actually check the ACs are working. Okay, do I have a second on this project? Okay, and Alvin accepts the nomination. So if Putu fucks up, then we move on to the next person. Yeah. Okay, done. All right. Let's go back up to the OKRs. All right. Okay, to Alvin. Ibu Lily for no claim if there is any broken furniture. So I'm going to go to Ibu Lily with this contract and get her to sign it. Is that the idea?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Okay. All right. Is this on the new MOU or where is this stated now? I believe somebody wrote something somewhere on a paper, right?
Yeah, Wayana wrote the paper for that.
So Wayana has a paper for this, and I need to get Wayana to essentially print it out and okay.
Show it to you, then you print it out.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wayana has this document, so okay. The next step is Jim will print it out and get Ibu to sign it, and that way we have an understanding. Okay. Maharaja to Diba already relisted. It's open until August. Over to Alvin.
Yes, basically we want to try offer an resident before we try to cancel it because they have a 2 villa.
Okay.
But until we get the price for 2 villa, because the price that we sell for in Maharaja is pretty low, right? We already made a deadline basically on 15 August. If we can offer an edge, then we cancel it. So it's basically another alternative before we really cancel that one.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, I believe there's a content request to take a photo for the NH residence.
There's 2 NH residences?
Yes.
It's
like Bahagia. Really like Bahagia. 3 rooms and 3 rooms.
Oh, I didn't know that at all.
That's why. So basically in total we can sell 6 bedrooms.
I didn't know that at all. Wow.
And it's connected to.
Okay. So David has 2 villas. I thought he had 1. Is it David? Freddie.
Yeah. David Sky.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. So
Basically we found another alternative.
Got it.
But we already make a deadline on 15 August. If the guest didn't want it or the price didn't match,
okay, got it.
we have to
I understand.
cancel it.
Okay, all right.
This is my discussion with Egi. So Egi is still trying to maintain it. Maybe we can try to sell it because Pak Mega still kind of hesitant to pay the $100 cancellation.
Good.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine.
So we're trying to move all the guests after September from Maharaja to
Only one guest, actually.
Only one guest to Okay, all right. Eggy will communicate with Pop Mega about
Yeah,
this.
we already got it. So basically, we can delete that one. Only focus on my side.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and delete the Eggy part. And okay, got it. Okay, thank you, Yuan. All right, next. So, Airbnb Plus project. All right, Airbnb Plus project from Nung Lee. Verify the requirements for it. What am I verifying? Nung Lee?
I think this was from the last.
There's no verification of any requirements. If you get invited, then you're in. If you don't, then you're not. That's simple as that, right? And now, like I said before, this program is sort of winding down. Yeah, the program for Airbnb Plus is sort of winding down because there's apparently some pushback from guests who weren't too happy because what they saw was different from what was promised. So, essentially the update is that there are no new invitations being offered for Airbnb Plus. All the existing invitations are all that are going to go out, and whatever is there, and whatever becomes an Airbnb Plus is whatever is Airbnb Plus.
So basically, there's no new invitation, and we can only process the one that already got invited. Right?
Essentially, yes. Yeah, there's only the ones that are essentially provided.
But we still get a benefit on Airbnb, kind of like Airbnb Plus listing, kind of like on
Yes.
top of it.
So Airbnb Plus listings are seen at the top of not just search results, they're seen at the top of pre-search results. So when you go on Airbnb now, you set dates, and as soon as you set dates, you see a third. So there used to be 3 pages, right? You know, your search page, your listing page, and then the final page you book, P1, P2, P3. Now there's a new P2. There's a search page, and then there's a second page of everything. It's like a galaxy. You can pick whether or not you want boutique hotel experiences, all kinds of that stuff. Plus is at the top. So I'll just give a demo. So anyways, if you go, let's say Airbnb.com, this is P1. This is the first page you see where you have this. Let's say you go to Bali. Of course, Bali means Paris. Let's say you go to Bali, open search dates. This is now the new P2, right? This is now the new second page. So if you're at Airbnb Plus or Airbnb Lux, you generally go up at the top. I don't know why they're, okay. They shifted it again. Maybe, yeah, it is right. They're not promoting Airbnb Plus as much.
Okay.
So Airbnb Plus goes up here. Airbnb Lux goes up here. Superhost go up here. And then restaurants now. Oh, La Favelas there. David is there. Okay, and some plus properties go up here. Before, there was a dedicated section up at the top for plus, right? So now it's gotten a little bit more complicated. So now this is your third page, and now this is your fourth page, right? So essentially there's 4 pages to a booking now. But as you can see, hey, this is our Halloween villa. It's a plus? That place sucked. Diva remembers that place, right?
I didn't do it before.
You didn't go inside?
I went home after.
Oh, okay, all right. That was the first time I met Diva out in the wild. Okay, this was our Halloween villa. This is the villa we stayed in Halloween. Plus, God, that was a kind of a crummy villa. I thought it was a mediocre villa. Okay. Anyway, so now it's a plus villa, and it was one of the first results that we saw when we looked at Bali. So yes, having plus does help. You get more ranking, and it helps you get more views, which helps you get a higher price. Okay, but once again, we know that the window, the horizon for plus is shrinking. Yes,
So
Noli.
I'm a little bit confused. Is this a project, given the bandwidth that we all have, is this a project that we really want to embark on? That's my question.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
After
have a vote. Okay. Do we have a nomination for the project?
nomination to
Does
end the
anybody want to nominate to start the project or end the project? We need
The
a
project
point of
is-
motion.
The project has already started. I'm supposed to be project champion, but
Oh.
then after so there's a paper for it already. We already did everything. But question is, I feel a bit not. I don't feel very. I'm very sure after hearing your update for Airbnb. So
I think we can archive it. How about that? Archive the project.
okay.
I think you can make a card and essentially put it here in the backlog, right? Our archive? Oh, Airbnb Plus. What if we do this? What if we put it in the backlog?
Okay.
We gotta go back
I
after.
want to just vote. Everybody vote or like.
Oh, well, that's my suggestion. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, I motion that we archive this project because currently there is no clear sort of runway for success on this. So
Right.
if there's no clear runway for success, and we invest a bunch of time in it, then it won't work
Yes.
out. But when the runway clears and Airbnb Plus is all ready to go again, then I think yes, it could be prioritized again. So I motion to backlog this project. Do I have a second?
I second that.
Okay, some second in. Okay, discussions? Yeah.
You were saying that you move back again to the runway if Airbnb Plus get back again.
Yes, if we get a signal, and I guess we need to ask our market managers for that signal. If
Yeah.
Airbnb Plus is a green light again,
Or meaning from the Airbnb side.
yes, we need a green light for them. Otherwise, when we go ahead, it's like, what's the point, right? If they're shutting down a program, and we're the last persons on the train, on a train that's going nowhere, then why did we buy the ticket to go on the train in the first place? So that's what I understand is happening. But when the train starts running again, then maybe we should be ready to bring this out again. Yeah? Okay. All right. So all in favor of backlogging, please vote now. Okay. All opposed to backlogging, please vote now.
I can't really hear you.
All in favor of backlogging the project of Airbnb Plus, please vote. Oh, all in favor of. Okay, backlog. Okay, done. Okay. Thank you. Wow, that's good anticipation. Thank you. What happened here? So next one, Diva. Okay, the cancellation experiment has proved to be good, and we are moving things from flexible to moderate while keeping an eye on the booking pace. And Nunli has put in a content request. Diva has launched an experiment with Kamala. Diva, maybe you can tell us more about your project, yeah?
So, putting another experiment for, because the last experiment is for the already run listing.
Mhm.
So I started this experiment at the 6th of August to test it on the newly launched listing, which is called Mala. And the due date is actually tomorrow. I will deliver the result first before we apply the new cancellation policy to all of our listings.
Fantastic. Okay, so Mrs. Secretary, let's get a result back by the next meeting on Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we will see how cancellation policy affects the launch of new listings. Fantastic. Okay, and then, yes, to Nunli.
I'm a bit confused. Am I supposed to still put in a content request then? Or is this a content thing now?
For what did you say this morning?
Contact request. Does she need?
But if it's an urgent thing that there's a previous consideration for that, we can go ahead and request it. Like I believe idea also like request to change to modify to some of the property.
Oh, sorry.
Aggie.
Lagi, you wanted to put for rumah pertama.
I forgot. Maharaja and
We put to rumah pertama that day, right? All good, right? Do we have to change the cancellation policy still? Do you know? If not, I will speak to Justin again.
Is that moderate now? Yes. Rumah pertama, is that moderate?
Is that moderate now?
Not sure.
Flexible still.
It's not flexible.
Justin has requested for
Still.
282.
Yeah.
Moderate.
I haven't changed it.
Yeah, but let's just so this quick one, right? Said move it from flexible to moderate, right? AD said he'll get back on the 7th of August because you're running a test. I don't know if he did, I don't think he did. But then you had that conversation with Justin.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you updated Justin, but I don't believe that you guys.
No, we didn't talk about cancellation policy. I'm in favor of putting in a moderate. I'm very much in favor of putting in a moderate.
He's quite okay with. I mean, he feels safe. His house is safe in our hands. So let's just go ahead and make the change then.
Yeah. I feel that's a good idea. I know that's a good idea actually.
Yeah.
Because we have too many bookings too quickly, so we can put it in.
So yes, Diva.
No,
So Diva, actually right now, so why not? You said Aggie put in a content request. Is that for rumah pertama? I suspect it is.
for Maharaja.
And it's
Rumah pertama. Yeah.
Okay, done. No follow-up needed.
okay. I guess the next. So what I imagine is happening in the project management pipeline is that we're putting a few layers of verification before we actually roll out and scale out, right? So what happens next is that we're going to test whether or not a cancellation policy affects a new launch. And the reason for that is to make content's job easier and make everyone's life easier. If we can go directly to a moderate, then it has no impact on listing performance. Then why not launch a moderate? Okay, so that's one. And then we scale out neighborhood by neighborhood and just essentially roll out a fully moderate cancellation path. Okay, so that's what I guess. Okay.
Yeah, last thing. So to make it clear, and I will repeat one more time. I will do this after the experiment, right? But if you have like an urgent thing that you want to change to moderate, you can just outright it because for the previous listing that already run, we already have the experiment and it doesn't affect the bookings, right? So yeah.
Okay.
Don't hesitate.
Oh yeah. You can cut the queue if it's something urgent.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the second batch has been approved by Celine. We just need to go in and do it. So do I need a Bayou call to go in and make this happen? Or can we wait for Ivan to learn? Or can Bayou teach Ivan and can Ivan then go and do it?
Yeah, I think Bayou can Ivan.
Okay, all right. So
Just
Ivan's going to go back and be our IT guy at LaJoy Bubu and he will essentially do a hot swap. So it means that he needs to block off the calendars and turn off the listings for 15, 21, and 22 on the channel manager, and Shaka 6, 4, and 3. Yes, I think he needs a project. He needs to earn back some credibility from some of the fallbacks that we've seen. So, okay, hot swap on LaJoy Bubu. I'd like that to happen when he gets back. When does he get back? Tomorrow, yeah? Okay, tomorrow Ivan's back. So tomorrow's Saturday. I'd like Ivan to carry forward this on Saturday. I'm not going to be here.
Saturday.
Yeah.
No. Tomorrow we can under house. I think Monday is the best.
And can
Yes, okay, Nunli?
we also put in that Ivan is supposed to learn from Bayou in case we often check like what's going on.
Okay, so you learn from Bayou tomorrow, and then go in on Monday?
First.
Consider Bayou's schedule as well. I think Bayou should kick in on the weekends.
Okay, so why don't we have Ivan get coached by Bayou on how to do it, and then go in on Monday to then get it done. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we need somebody to tell Ivan this. Yes, Nunli? Nunli, yes.
Yes, I think before while this is happening, I also need her to sign. I need LaJoy to sign the new contract. I have the new
I
contract.
need the new contract. Where's the new contract?
I can send it across to you. It's,
Just attach it here. Just attach it right here.
okay.
Yeah, and then we'll have it. Yeah, that's the beauty of Dropbox paper. Everything in context. Okay, so who's going to tell Ivan that he needs to get this done?
Me.
Okay, Alvin will pass the message to Ivan. And, okay, thank you very much, Alvin. Appreciate that. All right, the moment everyone's been waiting for. So, all right. I will say this. I'm a little bit ambivalent what's going on now. All right, I will say this. Because after seeing what happened last night with Ivan's case of not delivering a simple contract to the owner that I asked him to do, and not being able to meet 3 owners in a row, I'm really concerned whether or not is it really happening the way that they're speaking of, or is it that we have a difficult owner, right? So I'm a little bit hesitant. I need transparency on this issue, okay? And this is why. Has Ivan and Eva actually been meeting our guests to the best of their ability, right? And if not, then I'm feeling pretty foolish here. Because what I saw happen consistently is that Ivan didn't meet owners even when owners are making the best efforts to meet us. This happened with David, this happened last night, and this happened the first time we were supposed to meet Gay and Charles, right? I'm thinking if a person cannot meet an owner, are they meeting guests, right? So I need a no bullshit assessment on this because I feel really weird, right? I'm defending the team, but I don't know if what actually is happening is that we're actually not meeting the guests. So I need Alvin's assessment on this. Are we doing our best to actually meeting our guests at Villa Chanti?
Villa Chanti?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We're doing our best, but once again, as our support, I can really check.
So we might not know, right?
We may
Maybe
not
Ivan is out and maybe AWOL, right? Am I right? Is there a possibility that? Yes. Okay, to Nung Lee.
I think the best person to verify this is Pak Dewa. Alvin, you have a bit of a relationship with Pak Dewa, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Pak Dewa can verify that. Yeah, I've seen. What's his name?
Ivan, Eva, and yeah,
and
the casting
then,
characters. Yeah.
then I think he can be our single.
Okay, let's verify that because I feel kind of like uncertain now, right? Before I was fairly certain, I believed our team, but then I realized that's just coming from people who said, and then these, Ivan wasn't very, okay, so I was really disappointed with Ivan, and I let him know that yesterday, that I asked him to get a printed contract over to Gay and Charles, and I asked him if he could do that. He got back to me and said, Nungli said we're going to give him a new contract, so he didn't think it was necessary. Nungli's supposed to talk, yeah, right? Nungli's supposed to talk to Jing about that. Jing, did you get back to Nungli?
I'm really confused.
And I was like, since when did that matter, right? Since when did that matter?
I'm really confused.
Me too.
Okay,
I don't
all right.
understand the case.
All right. Let me read this. Okay, let me read the thing because it sounded a little bit bullshitty to me. But let me just bring this out so that it's like that. At 11 p.m. yesterday, right? At 11 p.m. I realized, maybe I should check. Right? I said, hey Ivan, did we get the copy of the contract over to Gay and Charles at Chantique today? And 2 minutes later he says, no, we don't have the printed one. I called Nun Lee, and she said that we are going to change the contract too, so we will make a new one for Gay and Charles. How do you talk to Nun Lee? She was looking for you, and I can't find the contract in the contract file, and Nun Lee says that there's no copy for that yet. Okay, I go back and I say, are you serious? You left this hanging? And he said, because Nun Lee said we will make a new contract with the changes. And I said, Ivan, stick to the plan. Sorry, Ivan says, what am I supposed to do in this situation so I won't repeat the same mistake? I thought you already talked to Nung Lee about this. I said, Ivan, just do what we agreed to do. And said, Nung Lee has only the photo of the hard copies, the one that she sent to you. I said, God damn! This gives us another reason for them to pick on us again.
Yeah.
And then he comes back 5 minutes later and says, sorry, Jing, I will send the hard copy to Chantik now. Can you send me the photos that Nung Lee sent you? I will print it now and send it to them. Sorry, I was kind of confused. And I have no clue for today. And I will talk to Gay and Charles on site and apologize to them. So then I sent him the contract, and I said, thank you. Okay, and then I asked him, I'm defending you guys, and now this makes me wonder whether or not the problem has been on our side this whole time, right? If you don't show up at the first meeting, You're chilling at the frat house 10 minutes before we're about to go to the second meeting, and I have to go and pull you out. And then I asked you to do this, and it doesn't get done, right? And he's sorry, I'll fix my bad habit. And I tell him this isn't a playground, get serious. And then he says, okay, I'll go to Chanti. And then he comes back and says, can I ask you a favor? Can you print out the contract?
Okay.
And I go, what? So, okay, I need verification what's been really happening here, right? Because you know, if it is our fault, then I feel really odd going over there and saying, hey, look, you know, we're doing our best, and we're not, right? And then it just, you know, maybe it's a legitimate complaint. Maybe it is a legitimate complaint, and then we've essentially become you know, we've taken the wrong position. I try to protect my team, but then sometimes this happens, and I just need to know what the facts are. So let's get the facts, and please ask Pandewa what the facts are. Okay, to Nung Lee.
Okay, that's very good.
Okay, all right, let's go over what has been discussed. So the very first thing we discussed was the contract, because apparently Gay and Charles do not have the contract. I'm sorry, I'm 7 minutes over time. Okay, they don't have the contract, so I WhatsApped it to them on the spot. I emailed it to them and asked Yvonne to give them a physical copy, just in case they didn't do like digital stuff, right? So they have 3 copies in 3 different formats of the contract. Today they said something about I don't know, I forgot. They said something about okay, Gay and Charles said that thank you, Jing, that would be fine. Yvonne dropped over the photocopy late last night, but it is poorly done. So a new one from the original will be preferred. Gay.
I think what she wants is the original copy, which is with me. So I've been meaning to send it to them, but
Sure.
I really didn't.
Okay. All right, I think we can get them the original and we can keep the digital copy, right? I mean, or whatever, or photocopy it or scan it, or you know, just something that's nice. Okay, second part. Okay, so we PayPal this because apparently there was a 20% thing, but that part I believe has been resolved. Yes, Lin Lee?
Yeah, I will work with Risky on this.
Okay, all right. So basically, this was sent to me by Risky. I paid it out to them up front because in the negotiations, I didn't want to have anything where they're saying, you haven't paid us yet, so what the hell are you talking about, Jake? So I said, all right, I paid them in front of them. They received the payout, and this part is clear. And they said, oh, yeah, we always knew you were going to pay us, which means that they didn't. So anyhow, this part is done. Cancellations. So I told them that we're moved everything over to a moderate cancellation policy, and it is standard operations to set all launches at a flexible policy in order to get the new bookings and the new reviews in. So they understand about that. I told them also about the weird case where we had that credit card fraud thing, where the guy signed up with a fake Airbnb account, and I explained that in those situations it's really odd, and there's no way that we could have predicted that would have been a cancellation. They thought that person who had booked was actually going to arrive, so Gay stayed up until 10 p.m. or some absurd time, waiting for a Mr. who would not arrive, and they then got on our case, said, why are you not prepared to see this guest? And then eventually at around 1 a.m., that was canceled by Airbnb. So, whatever, they you know, sort of this thing, and I just said, hey, look, in the future, just delegate it to us. For all late arrivals, late check-ins, just trust Bukit Vista. We'll look after it. You don't have to wait for the guests anymore. Okay, so that on the cancellation is clear. Next part is the pricing policy. Now, this is the part where I need help from Diva. Okay, what has been happening at Chantik is that 5 people coming into the quadruplet have been staying for the price of 2. So we did say we would have elastic pricing, but elastic pricing, as I checked, is not in effect.
Oh.
It looks like it on Toki, but when you try it on Airbnb, and you pump up the numbers to 5, it remains at $44. It remains at the same thing. They don't understand what's happening, and they're not really confident, but I told them by the 21st of August, which gives us 2 weeks to fix it, I think we can get this fixed, right? So that the pricing elasticity will come into effect. And they of course complain about, why am I paying for all these people's breakfast? They just pay for a 2-person rate. So essentially, I got the room configuration and the maximum capacity from them, and this part is on this document here.
This
And
one becomes 6 pack?
apparently so. They told me that they can put 6 people in the stone house. I'm like, okay, you tell me that?
Okay.
Okay. There's 3 beds,
Yeah, I know.
so 2 people on each bed, I guess.
last
But
time
yeah,
she said
they
it's
were
only 3
all
packs.
rage about that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
If you want me to confirm with them, I can confirm with it again.
please.
I think we should videotape these meetings.
please so. Please so.
Okay, so there's a conflict here. They want what do we think it is?
As of now, it's 5 packs.
Okay,
But last
Five
time,
big, 5 packs, not 5 big.
5 packs, yeah.
yeah, 5 packs. Okay,
Packs, yeah.
let's just leave it at 5 packs. All right, whatever. Why do we think it's 5 packs? What's the discussion about? If they say 6, why do we not believe them?
she's throwing tantrum that actually Sona's bought only for 3 packs.
Oh, and she wanted more.
Now suddenly you said that she
wants 6.
And then changes the Stonehouse.
Yeah,
the
Stonehouse
Stonehouse
is
before,
only
right?
3 packs supposedly.
Oh, really? Okay.
Before
Yeah.
all the listings.
Because the plan on the lot is created like a.
I understand. All right, this is where we need to push back on them. We said, hey, before you told us 3, now you tell us 4.
Ah.
Which one is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not-
All right. I'll go clarify that. Clarifies.
Because our arrangement as of now is already approved by Pak Dewa. So he also basically 5 packs, 3 packs on Stonehouse.
I would prefer that because I don't think Gay is.
Yeah.
She sort of improvised that
Yeah.
as we were talking, right? So it was completely improvised, and I don't know if she was in her best capacity to decide. All right, so I'm going to tell them that we're going to go with the other plan. Actually, I'm just going to tell them that we're going to do what we're doing now, right? And I'm going to get their approval. How about that? That's probably the easiest way. Yes?
Sure.
I'll just tell them we're going to do 3 packs here, 5 packs here, 3 packs here, 3
Yeah,
packs here,
yeah,
3
yeah.
packs here. And then when they say yes, then we'll go, okay, confirmed, right? Done. Yeah? Because I bet they can't even remember.
Yeah.
They said yes.
It sounds like
Okay. So what are we saying? It's 5, 3, 3. These are all 5, 3,
check on the
3, right?
listing. Yeah, we got
Okay,
it.
5, 3, 3. Okay. All right.
And this one?
Well, T house is 4.
Got the kick house.
That the config is the current config.
Yeah, the current one. We're gonna double check on this thing again.
Okay. All right, that's fine. We'll pass it over to them.
Okay.
Yes.
If I may help,
Mhm.
I will update the current
The current-
setups in the listing.
Oh,
here.
please. Okay, yeah, just bold it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just create a new one and bold it. Thank you very much, Diva. And also, if you can help, get the pricing elasticity. The pricing elasticity would be good. I don't know for whatever
Yeah.
reason Toki isn't,
Yeah.
adding the additional person. All right, they have not read the report yet.
Okay.
I asked them 3 times. Did you read the report? They have not. Have they read the report now, Namli?
Sorry?
Have they read their finance report? Because somehow if they came back to you with that question about our commissions, they must have read it, right?
Not read it already.
Okay, so now they have read it. Okay, so they didn't read the report at the meeting, but they have read the report now.
This is the property performance report, right?
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
this is the finance report integration thing, right? Okay, great. Gay,
Hold on, let me just check whether. No, continue. Let me check.
Okay. Operation hours have been stated clearly. On the contract, it says normal office hours. So now I have highlighted what normal office hours means. So normal office hours means that there's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Ivan and Eva are going to be the hosts there. WhatsApp support from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. and we provide notes on the doors. On the doors. So we need to tell our host to put it on the doors, not on the room, not on the bed, on the doors, so that they can see it, right? And the guests can see it too. That way it's, yes.
I'm gonna ask Pak Dewa. Basically, we always put it on the doors, but Pak Dewa was the one that moved it.
I think we discussed about that. Pat Dewa isn't going to move it anymore. He's going to leave it
Okay.
on the doors.
Okay, that's it.
On the doors.
Well, let's not
On the doors.
let's not get it moved.
That way they stay on the doors. Okay. We asked him no WhatsApp involvement in the operational. Oh yeah, Gay agreed.
Kick
Gay
him out.
agreed. And what they asked for is this one. They asked for urgent issues to be made in a management group. So let's create a management group with me in it and Nungli in it, and that's it, right? So just us 3. Gay, Nungli, and I. And if there's any urgent issues, then they can ping us there. Nungli looks so excited to be in that group.
If we get the finance with finance, we think it can be the finance WhatsApp chat group.
Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, let's have that. Let's have him in the finance chat group. Great.
Okay.
And then finance can ping to us.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Risky though.
I'll add you to
Risky is
the
Risky is Okay,
Huh?
so I need, Nunley, can you add Gay and Charles into the finance group so that they have a finance air support? Is that what we're asking for?
Now I just have to add you. We already have a finance chat group.
Okay,
Sorry.
great. Okay, and then just let them know, Gay and Charles, if you have any urgent issues, please ping us in this group. This is your management group, and we will remove you from the operational groups. And they have agreed to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, complaint registers. They're gonna write down all their complaints if they have. What? Okay. What does that do? Okay, they're gonna write down all their complaints, and then we will meet them on the 31st of the month to review that. They're gonna be in Bali on the 31st, so that's the format of the follow-up. Well, once a month, just to get anything that is not urgent that they want to discuss once a month, and hopefully 0 times a month after a while. Since they don't want a video conference, Gay is not unable to hear things. She's partially deaf. Yeah, awesome. I don't know how we can talk to them actually if they're abroad either. So maybe a phone call or whatever. I don't know what a video call would be and the difference between phone call and video calls. But okay, anyways, the next meeting is on the 31st to discuss if there's any follow-up on that. Villa security. We pinned them on the villa security. We asked, how are you going to make sure that... Yes, Susan Lee.
I'm a little bit confused. So this complaint register is...
This
is
is
a
your idea.
The face-to-face is different?
So they will write down whatever they want to complain about in a journal or a book or whatever whatever they use, piece of paper, and they will
Yes.
meet us once a month
Okay.
to issue their thoughts, not
Okay.
all the time, like
Okay.
live and whatever. So they agreed to do that, right? They agreed no more complaints on WhatsApp, and we're going to review. Oh wait, we should remove this. Okay, they didn't see that. Okay,
And
once a month. Yeah, I got it from 2 to 1.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, so we should remove that, otherwise they see it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, better than expected. So villa security, we talked about that, and what they're going to do is they're going to put a note on the doors of all the guests to tell the guests to lock their doors, right? So, and then they're going to put in better safes, and then they're going to have a central safe where guests can keep their belongings. They're going to improve the light. I know, yeah, imagine checking out, right? My stuff is in your safe. It's 2 a.m. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I need to get my stuff. Increase lighting, right, in the areas where break-ins are happening. And also, we've agreed that if there is a break-in, they can just escalate to us, and we will then just ask the guests to do a police report, just as we did last time. Yeah? So they don't need to handle all that stuff. They can delegate to us, and we will say, all right, we will bring the guests to a police report and do the following. But if this happens again, we give them the same arrangement that we gave to the Blue Lily. All right, we're not going to keep on processing this for you because you have not improved the security of the villa. Okay? Okay. All right. Signage. They have a guy named Frankie who's putting up signage. I saw that the signage is going up on all the rooms and doors. We have proposed to put a single pole in the middle of the villa complex, pointing Teak House this way, Stone House this way, White House this way, right? So that even if there's a late arrival, the person should be able to find. And I believe on the listings, on the Airbnb listing, it does say if it's a Stone House, Teak House, so there should be no confusion. They should be able to find their rooms without fail. Okay. I pushed this point. I said, if you keep on bugging us, we're going to bump up your commission rate. That's when they stopped talking. All right. So they said, okay. All right. I said, no more late night phone calls, no more inaccurate reports. But see, this is where I'm confused. This is where I'm not entirely sure now, right? Yeah. So, and no availability at whatever hour they want. And we believe that they've been over-serviced at this moment. So if you want to keep on doing that, we're bumping up your commission. And they fell silent, and they were like, no, everything's okay. And I also told them, if you don't like us, then get rid of us. And then they didn't say anything after that either. So anyway, long story short, I think we have this a little bit more under control. And I will offer one more thing, right? Upon confirming from Alvin that we have been doing our duties, right, this is the last time. Seriously. I mean, this is the last time. If I can confirm that everything on our side is great, then this is the last time I want to deal with this. If this happens again, then we will start offboarding procedures, right? But if I find out that we haven't, then I'm going to be pretty upset, right? Because then it's essentially been just bullshit this whole time. And we created all this drama because we got bad information from the people who were supposed to be servicing this account. Okay, so that's the wrap up on Villa Chantique. I will wait for Alvin's follow up on Deva to make sure that we have been fulfilling our obligations as hosts. Okay, done. All right, intense as all. Should we look at the chapter KPI for SLA compliance? I know everybody wants to see it. We'll do it really quickly. Yeah. Sorry, this has gone 30 minutes over time.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought I was an effective chair, but I'm slow chair. Okay, let's look at reservations. Reservation this month for Squad 1. We are actually looking, we've never been SLA compliant actually ever on inquiries. At 12, 15, never.
We did that at first.
At first? That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, 12%, 15%, 17%, 18%, 14%. It's really all over the place. I can't really tell on SLA compliance on inquiry. On request, 45%, 37%, 36%, 30%, 34%. So the trend is sort of, it's sinusoidal. It's not very one way or the other. It seems kind of random. Some weeks we're up, some weeks we're down. And then for hosting, let's take a look at the host satisfaction scores. For Squad 1, not that great, actually. So Squad 1, we're looking at 8%, 7%, 13%, 11%, 12%. Actually disturbingly high in terms of guest unsatisfaction, almost double what our SLA should be. Taking into consideration also, relatively speaking, I don't see any other squad that is doing any better, but it seems like we're doing relatively worse.
Yep.
So that is something to be said about how we can think about improving this. Next part on content. On Squad 1, let's take a look at how our content is doing. And on Squad 1, I think we are great. We're SLA compliant on the instant book rate, and we are SLA compliant on newly launched listings too as well. The content's doing a great job. Hosts and reservations need to improve. So ultimately, I guess this is part of the Reservation Guild, the HER Guild discussions of how to get that performance to be more SLA compliant. Okay, that's pretty much it. The next chair will be. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Yeah.
Mostly Ivan, but because he's not here, that's why you are sharing.
Oh, right. Okay, so the next chair will then be Jing, and then the next secretary will be Eva. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn the meeting. Seconded. And then we're going to stay. Nungli and I are going to stay to have that follow up on with Diva about the one thing that we said we follow up on.
And take White House 1.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, in terms of launch price, can we just use the existing price for White House 2?
White House 1, you mean? 45?
Yeah. Why don't we just use White House 2? Are they identical?
No.
Whoops. Okay. Sorry. What is the difference?
The White House 2 have a kitchen.
Oh, so it's better. Mm-hmm.
Much bigger.
Much bigger room.
See. Okay. What is its closest equivalent on the property? Is it close to a stone house? Is it close to?
I won't say. I would say this one is really quite unique. It is just on its own.
Does it have an outdoor bathroom? Like
It
White
does-
House?
Yeah, but no bathtub.
How- Okay. What's the capacity?
What's the rate?
Two packs. Three packs.
Only one bed, no?
Huh? One bed.
Yeah.
2 packs. Yeah.
Two packs,
Yeah, 2 bags.
Okay. Then I would take a look at whatever else we have that's 2 packs and add a premium on it, like maybe 50%. That's my best guess, right?
Premium?
Yeah, add a premium of 50% on top of what the closest other equivalent property, other one is, and then we simply monitor the booking pace. If the booking pace is too fast, then we know that we've underpriced it. If the booking pace is, oh fuck, we can't because Chantique is all grouped into one thing. Am I right?
My group into one thing.
So the way to measure your, remember what happened at Rumah Pertama. So we know essentially if we price too low, if the booking pace is too fast. We know that we've priced too high if the booking pace is absent or too slow. So the easiest way to actually determine is you have to have a hypothesis. So the easiest way I create a hypothesis is what is the closest equivalent there? And is it better or worse? And then it's like kind of first class, business class, economy. So I just go, okay, if it's essentially a seat is a seat, then what is the premium that somebody would pay for the upgrade for this? If it's twice as good, in your opinion, then it should be a 100% upgrade, so twice the price. If you think it's 50% better, then I know that's really subjective. But just go with the number. You got to go with something. And then after you launch, then you look at the booking pace. If the booking pace is way too fast, it gets booked like crazy, then you know you have underestimated. But if it's slow and it doesn't get booked at all, then you probably overestimated. And then you essentially lock in that price such that you get 2 bookings a week, and that is probably the correct price over time. Make sense? So that's my best guess. So what do we have that's a 2-bedroom on the property? Stonehouse, right? Stonehouse? Yeah, two packs. Two packs.
Likely
Big house.
Two house.
big house 1 or big house 2, I think.
House one.
Right. What about
Okay.
White House 1?
Oh yeah.
This, by the way, this should be the cheapest property on cheapest room in the whole entire property.
I
Really?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, this should be the cheapest, by the way. New bathtub, smaller space.
And the other ones have bathtubs.
The big house one, they
Huh?
have a duplex, so they have.
Oh, this is a downgrade.
White house one only duplex, but they have kitchen
That's
and
why we launched this as the last because it is the lousiest room.
Okay. So Game Charles will stay in the worst room.
Yeah.
That says something about their psychology too, as well. That's pretty interesting. Okay, that is guess pretty oriented, pretty service oriented. Yeah. Okay. In that case, then take a discount, right? So what would somebody who missed out on, let's say, something be? Right? If it's, let's say, I would start with maybe a 20% less than Teak House 1. Yeah. So give it a 20% less than Teak House 1 and see what happens.
Right now we're launching all of the houses on a promotional rate, right? So
Oh, okay. Well, then that's right? You're still launching on a promotion. It's just pushed down below the promotional rate. It's a variance according to a similar property, right? So yes, you're already launching on a promotional rate. So then it is the 20% below promotional rate because we believe that it's 20% worse. And the way we correct it is during runtime. Once it starts running, then we just take a look at the booking pace and then send that over to me as the revenue manager. But my problem is this. I don't know if I can see a particular unit in Village Antique in terms of its booking pace, right?
Yeah.
Because all I see
Oh, I
is...
requested the demo.
The
He
whole
promised me to deliver it.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, fantastic, great. That's fantastic. So Chantique, I just see as
Yeah.
actually a block, as
Yeah.
as the whole thing, right?
correct.
Let me see if I can actually see which particular room it is. Oh, it's doing fine. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a hit, guys. That's a hit. That's a hit. Yeah, I can't see which room they are. Yeah, I can't see what type of room it is. So I'm unable to measure the booking pace at a room level. I can just see it at a property level. So, okay, Deepa says Bayou is going to deliver a visibility at room level, and that way we'll be able to understand. Yes, yeah. What I love about this is that people are making requests for further visibility into the data, and that's really, really positive sign. Before, nobody cared. Oh, very few people cared. Now everybody tells me what the booking pace is when I came in. Before, I'm the only person looking at the booking pace. Before, I put it up on that screen, that big monitor up there, and nobody would ever take a look at it. Now everybody takes a look at it. I'm very happy. We've had transformation. I know Deepa has always looked at it because we've done digital marketing and such, but as a whole, now I think we have data culture. And that's something that's fairly new.
60, yeah.
Which is great. I mean, Tendy goes, hey, Jane, the revenue's not going up. I'm like, oh my God, that's really nice that somebody else came to me to tell me that. Normally, I have to tell people that. Those
But
are
I'm not
awesome.
sure about the 2 bookings per week though, Ding, for your booking pace.
You know how I came up with that number? It's called the fill rate, right? So essentially, if you think of the villa as a pipe, right? Essentially just think of it as the pipe. The pipe has a leak at the bottom. Your goal is to keep the pipe as full as, or it's a glass. It's a
Yeah.
glass, okay? Your goal is to keep the glass full as it's leaking,
Yeah.
okay? So
Yeah.
if you put in too much water, then it will overflow. If you put too little, everything will leak out. Okay, so
Yeah.
what does this analogy get to? Every listing, every property expires at 7 days a week, right? Every week, if you don't sell it, 7 days go out. 7 days leak out, right? If you fill at 7 days a week, then you should keep that glass full. As soon as it's empty, it is full again. As soon as it's empty, it's full again. Does that make sense? that analogy sort of paints a picture?
Yeah.
2 bookings a week at 3 days per stay is about the correct pace that you need to fill to keep the property full.
2 reservations.
2 reservations a week because the average stay is between 2 and 3 days, right? So if we sell at 2 bookings a day, then we fill at about 7 days a week at the same rate that we expire, right? So the glass is being emptied at the same rate that it's flowing out, and that will keep the glass from filling. Like when you sell like Villa Rumah Pertama, you sold 30 days in 2 days, so then the fill rate was too fast, and your entire thing got full like all of a sudden, and you overflowed the glass. That means you could have actually made the glass taller, which means it identifies a higher price, and caught more of essentially higher value bookings. But you didn't. You overflow, and that's it. So that's the balance here that we're trying to do. We're trying to fill the glass such that it always remains full as it's emptying out every week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my analogy, and that's why we pick 2 bookings a week. And it's per room, right? It's per unit that can be sold. So something like Chantique, which has, I have no idea, 8. Okay, 8. It should be looking at, today is August 9th, so then when we go back to August 2nd, we should see at about 16 bookings a week. Whoa, we got 26! We're filling too fast. Okay, whoops!
Whoops, time to bring the price up.
Yeah,
Anyway.
time to bring the price up again, yeah.
I think we
We're
should-
filling too fast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how we know if we've underpriced, right? And the booking pace is, I know it's not entirely accurate because truth be told, the booking pace could be for future bookings, right? And truth be told, maybe some of your things have already been sold already and you can't get, So yeah, it's a heuristic. It's just a heuristic. But I have noticed it works pretty well. When I've looked at when the booking pace drops, I know something's wrong, right? And it's always wrong because the occupancy is terrible. I've realized this thing is a little bit weird. If you look at different metrics, the success looks different. Let's say, for example, you look at booking pace and weekly sales. Those could be right, and then you have the Rumah Pertama situation, right? Where you essentially oversold something. Yeah, booking pace looks great, the weekly sales look great, but you've essentially sold the entire month in 2 days at low bids. So then that looks kind of weird. But then it's almost like you have to look at 10 different factors each time that you make a revenue management decision. But I think we figured out what that particular case was, and I would ask for Bayou to actually put in an alert for booking pace too fast, right? Like, this is selling too fast. You need to raise the price, otherwise people will just rob your entire store, right?
Yeah.
So I think that should be an alert. We generally don't get that happen too often, times in the year. This is probably the only time of year that it does happen. And the strange thing is that I've never seen anything happen like that ever. One person come in, books 4 times in one day for non-continuous stays. He basically has a gap between each of his stays, right? Okay, so let me show the situation. This one was really, really strange.
Can we focus on Chantique first?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so Chantique is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a 20% discount on the White House launch price, and then Bayou's going to come in and give us visibility on the room level, and then I can monitor if the sales are going too fast, which they are right now, so I will raise the prices on Chantique. And then we have our White House launch, and then we just need to get the start date from Dewa.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's also started from Manila.
Yeah, because he's going to tell us when Gay and Charles are moving out, right?
Well, they told me that they're leaving Friday, so...
No, they're not. They're going to be here until the 31st. Well, I don't know if they're going to be in Bali until the 31st or in their villa until the 31st.
Yeah.
Because that's when the next meeting is supposed to be. Okay, so we just need 2 components. Actually, we have our price already. Let's just get this done right now. So Chantique on the price. Songchak.
Yeah, I think we can start using Chantique's price.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's crazy.
We can start using Chantique's price now.
That's amazing. Okay, yeah, that looks great. I will tell Debo what I heard. Wait, this is not being recorded. Oh shit, this is still